extremely popular back in 2002, and everyone was trying to collect as many as possible. And they're actually being sold on eBay for a ton of money now. But there's a creepy story about one particular doll in this collection called the Bride doll. She's this little doll in a white wedding dress and a white hat. So this story is about a little girl who got this Bride doll in her Happy Meal. She took it home and placed it on the shelf with the rest of her Madame Alexander dolls. And the next day when she woke up, she felt extremely tired, which was weird because she got a full night's rest. She walked over to look at her new little doll and could have sworn that her facial expression had changed a little bit. It almost looked like she suddenly had dimples on her cheeks, and she didn't before. But she shrugged it off and continued through her day. The day after that, she felt even more tired and had this horrible headache. So she decided to stay home from school and watch some movies in her bed. She peered across the room to look at her doll and was shocked to see that it almost looked like her doll's hair had darkened a few shades. But she decided to shrug it off, just thinking that maybe it was just weird lighting in her bedroom. The day after that, she woke up and was so exhausted that she literally could not move her body. She could not get out of bed, she couldn't move her arms or legs, so her mother obviously decided to call a doctor. The doctor came and could not figure out what was wrong with her. That night, as her mother was saying goodnight to her, she went to walk out of the room when she looked at her daughter's doll shelf, and she said, "Wow, is that the doll you got in your Happy Meal? It looks like your twin." But the girl was just too exhausted to look. And the next day, when her mother went to wake her up in the morning, she screamed when she turned the light on because she looked at her daughter and her face was gone. It was just this blank canvas on her head. But sitting on the shelf in her daughter's room was that doll with this huge grin on her face that looked exactly like her daughter's face. So clearly this story is about this doll that was consuming this daughter's energy day by day and was slowly like stealing her identity and taking her face. So I assume this is definitely a creepypasta, but it's super eerie to me personally because I used to collect these dolls and I actually own the Bride doll in my collection. So I'm so glad she never stole my face.